Hey everybody, today we are going to be testing the Sportsman's Choice Record Rack Deer Block with Wild Berry Aroma. It says it's minimum 14% protein, which is good for deer this time of year. The rut is winding down. It's mid to end December. The bucks are pretty well beat up. I placed it right over here. I'm going to place a camera right on this tree right there to see what happens, what comes in. Obviously I put some corn around it. I do feed the deer here to keep them kind of as much fat on them as possible. Helps them through the winter months. And we'll kind of see whether they prefer the block or if they prefer the corn. Stay tuned. So after 3 weeks, actually closer to 4 weeks, I think, what's left of the block is just that. That's it, just a little bit of dust. I'd say that's probably been frozen underneath of the snow for a while. We've had like negative 30-degree wind chills. Temperature was floating around 0. We saw negative temps too, so the ground was frozen and there was some snow on top of that, which is finally just about all gone. And yeah, I'd say that that little bit of dust was probably there before all of that happened, and it's been stuck there. So the block, it lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. And it's not that the deer weren't interested. They were actually very interested. It was more so the block's really hard. So they would chew on it, gnaw on it, try to break off pieces for 10 or 15 minutes, and then they'd walk over to something else, get their attention off of it. An hour later, they'd come back and gnaw on it again. The biggest negative I saw with using this block is they're going to move it around. If you want it to be in one spot to get video or pictures or take inventory of what deer are in your area, and you live anywhere with hills, say goodbye to that thing, because they're going to hit it with their hooves trying to break off pieces to eat, and it will end up going downhill. I actually had to relocate it multiple times. First time it was clear down there, probably, I don't know, 30 yards, 35 yards away, up against that log. I brought it back up here, set it back in front of the trail camera. Second time, it was clear down almost in the bottom of the hollow. I had to bring it back up, so it's gonna roll if you live anywhere with any type of elevation change. Now, as far as a food supplement, I know the package said it had 14% protein. It had these really good statistics as far as nutrition goes for whitetails, but I don't think it's a good food source for the whitetails, simply because it's too hard. It takes them too long to eat it. You know, for it to last a month when it only weighs 16 pounds, that's not a whole lot of food going into them. Now, I will say, clear up until the last time I saw it, which was a week and a half ago, it maintained its very, very strong berry flavoring, or scent, rather. You could smell it from a long ways away. I actually just saw a little red fox up the hill. He took a peek at me and then went back over the ridge there. But anyways, yeah, it's not, I would not use it for a food supplement personally, but if you're trying to take inventory of your deer, you want to see what deer are in the area, I think it's a great tool. It definitely brought them in. I had an 8-point, which you saw on the video. He was more than interested. He would gnaw on it, hit it with his hooves, try to break pieces off, and he was in there every night for probably 3 weeks working on it. So it definitely brings them in. The deer here are not used to that smell, so they were cautious at first. They would approach it optimistically, but at a distance. You could see them outstretching their necks, trying to sniff at it with the nose, and then they'd finally work their way into it. But once they got a taste, I mean, they were hooked. They'd stay on it. If anybody knows what kind of bird these are, please let me know. I think they're so cool. They've got like a little point on top of their head. And they're about as big as a robin. They don't look like it because they're really fast and they're hard to record. But I see them a lot of times when I'm in the woods, and I'm not sure what they're called. I can't find them on any search engines or anything. So let me know. They're gray. They have like a little bit of an orange patch on their wing, under their wings. Yeah, they're cool. But anyways, back to the block. Yeah, I would recommend it if you're trying to get inventory of what deer are around, or if you're trying to bring them in, attract them into trail camera, or a stand location, or whatever the deal might be. It definitely works. The deer are definitely interested. They definitely gnaw on it. It keeps their attention. They're not afraid of it, which is something I see pretty often in some things. But yeah, hopefully just don't try to use it as the sole food source for whitetail, because it's not going to do much good. But yeah, anyways, I would recommend it if your purpose is to see what's around, get pictures, video, whatever the case may be. If you want to see more deer, I'd say it's probably going to work depending on where you live, what smells they're used to and what smells they try to avoid. But yeah, hope to see y'all in the next one. I'm working on a video right now, and I'm actually testing like different stuff. Videos incoming soon. I'm trying to let these wind down, comparing different things. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.